Hey guys, it's Thursday, April 11th, 2024, and today we're turning those shoulders into boulders, baby. All right, guys, so for your warm up today, we have our shoulder prehab pressing. It's going to be 3 rounds of 30 banded external rotations per arm, 10 single arm Arnold's press per arm with a dumbbell or a kettlebell with a 3-second negative into a 30-second tabletop hold. For those banded external rotations, you can either perform them with like a rowing motion with an external rotation this way, or you can hug your elbow to your side, get some tension in the band, and externally rotate your shoulder that way, or you can mix those up. Those are both great variations. For that single arm Arnold's press, if you're doing that with a dumbbell, make sure you're trying to twist at the bottom, getting that dumbbell right to your center part of your sternum, and then back up again overhead with a nice 3 count down. If you're doing it with the kettlebell, it's pretty much going to be the same motion, except you're just going to bring it to the front rack. Then on that tabletop hold, when you guys perform that tabletop hold, try to push your hips up and get a good, make your body essentially look like a tabletop there. Don't have slouching hips. It'll really help open up your shoulder girdle there for our heavy mechanical loading pressing movement, which we're going to start with is going to be the barbell strict press. So you can perform this standing or seated or on the Smith machine. It all depends on what's most comfortable for you and what range of motion you have access to. That's going to allow you to have the most stability and most output. So if that's standing for you, feel free to do it standing. If it's seated with an upright bench, do it seated, or if you have access to a Smith machine, feel free to do it on there as well. So we're building up over 5 sets from an RPE 6 to an RPE 9, going from a first set of blood flow set of 15 reps light, moving into 12 reps with a 2-second negative and a 1-second pause at the bottom position, and then moving on to 10, 8, and 6 with the same tempo and pauses with a 2-second negative and a 1-second pause at the bottom there to an RPE 9. All right, once we're finished with that, for our concentration work, we're going to be doing our half kneeling banded single arm dumbbell overhead press. That's a mouthful there. So for this, you're going to be taking a single dumbbell with a single arm. You're going to be looping a band around the front of that, and then around your front leg, you're going to be standing on that band to provide some tension, dynamic resistance. As the band goes up, it's going to get a little bit tougher. And then as you come down, it'll release a little bit of tension there. And then you've got a set of 12 for set 1 with a 3-second countdown. Then you'll switch arms into 10 and 8. And then for that last set there, you're going to drop the band and hit max reps at 70% of what you hit for that 8-rep top set in set 3. All right, now for our second concentration piece work of the day, it's going to be a superset of barbell shrugs into standing dumbbell side lateral raises. And this is going to be the same rep scheme across all 4 sets. So we're going to ask you to build up in weight to a top set for hitting that top set in either set 3, ideally set 4. So we're going to be doing 15 heavy barbell shrugs. I highly recommend you guys use lifting straps. My personal favorite are VersaGrips. If you don't have a pair of those, they're $50 to $60, I believe, on Amazon. Get yourself a pair. I've had mine for over 3 years, and they're still going strong. You can perform the barbell shrugs on a straight bar or on a trap bar, depending on what you have access to and what's comfortable for you. Sometimes a trap bar is more comfortable because people's arms are at their sides and allows them to have a little bit more free range there for the shrug movement. But a barbell in front of your body is perfectly fine as well. You're going to be doing 15 reps. On the barbell shrug, when you come to the top, get a good, nice squeeze and a pause, and then try to release slowly and let your scapula fully come down. I don't want to see any chicken winging on these shrugs. Get a good, nice shrug and come down slowly. You want to get that, build that nice shelf on your neck there to build your traps up. And then for the standing side lateral dumbbell raises. So for these dumbbell raises, when you bring your arm up, you don't need to have your elbow go any higher than your shoulder. That's going to put an unnecessary torque on your deltoid and potentially lead to some impingement issues over time. So what we want you to do is you're going to start down with your elbows by your sides. You're going to come up to your elbows are in line with your shoulders, and then get a nice controlled negative, and then do that again for 20 reps. So you're going to be using relatively light weight here, and you want to ideally get a good burn right around rep 15 and cash yourself out to 20 there every single set. All right. For our metabolic stress work, we have a new movement today. It's going to be double kettlebell or dumbbell hinging high pulls. So make sure you take a look at that video there. but you're going to be getting a good hinge at the hip, and then you're going to come up, and at the top, retract your scapula at the top to work the upper back musculature, and then come down dynamically, almost as if you're doing a kettlebell swing, but you're going to have a load in each of your hands, whether it's a dumbbell or a kettlebell. Again, 3 sets of 25. That should jack your heart rate up pretty good and cash you guys out for the day on shoulder day. All right, so we have our conditioning options to finish up. We have our optional CrossFit work, which is going to be a chipper. You can either do a 1,000-meter row or 800-meter run into 30 front squats, 30 burpees, 30 wall balls, 30 DHG sit-ups, and finishing up with that monostructural cardio movement, either an 800-meter run or a 1,000-meter row. For our grunt work, we have 12, 9, and 6-3 reps of 100-meter sled push to start each round into the rep scheme of ball slams and bar dips. And the load on the sled is at your body weight, or you can sub 100 mountain climbers if you don't have access to a sled. And then our energy system development work is a good little bike ladder on the Echo bike or the Assault bike. You're going to start with 30 cals, rest a minute, hit 25, rest 45 seconds, hit 20, rest 30 seconds, hit 15, and then sprint for the last 10 calories there. We have some optional core work, and then our Thunder Broga for some recovery work there. If you guys are on a 30-day shred group, make sure you're hitting your fasted cardio and or depletion work in the mornings. You're doing your check-ins. If you guys are not on a Thunderbro family Facebook page, please search Facebook, add yourself to that. There's a lot of great commentary that goes on there. It allows you to ask questions, interact with coaches, post videos, get feedback on your training. We also like to see you guys post some memes about how you're enjoying the training. Tag us on social media. If you're on the Train Heroic app, hit me up on there. DM me with any questions you have. Similar, if you want to be on the whiteboard, hit up Coach Kenny. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great shoulder day.